type. I'm definitely not the girly type where I'm like, oh my god, I love you, nigga. What? Yeah, because I just feel like no one. I just feel like people can't give so much of themselves, and I know women get very attached and very emotional.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm the complete opposite. I'm not that person. You know what I mean? And I think that. I definitely think that you would want somebody.
Of course, anybody would want any. Anybody.
You just don't want like
No.
this extremely
It's
emotional
not that,
female.
but it's not that. But the thing is, like, I would never mind an emotional, clingy female, but at the same time,
Clingy?
like, is that what you said?
No, I'm saying you wouldn't mind a clingy woman. I feel like you would mind a lot.
I would mind, but I would mind if it's the first 2 weeks of me meeting you and you like you were just like you make me feel like I don't need that. I don't need that in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I need you to be like, my favorite color is black. Like, like what goals do you like? We can talk. We can get the basics.
Yeah.
But I don't need you. I want to say I don't need, but I really just want you to like take your time and know and enjoy the dating process.
Yeah.
Don't try to skip ahead and put yourself in boyfriend and girlfriend mode, and don't try to like put yourself in big picture mode because you never know what's gonna happen.
I feel like a lot of women do that. And you know, it may be more
Men do
now.
it too, and don't get me wrong, men do it too, and like sex plays a big part because like somebody could be sprung off of, shorty could be sprung off of the dick, old dude could be sprung off of the kitty, but at the end of the day, like if you're that sprung off of somebody's sex, then that's really going to determine like how they go forward and process anything. And of course, their feelings will be more aggressive, and the feelings will be more pushed on you because you've entered another. Like as a man, I became one with somebody.
See, I don't know. I feel like at our age now, it could definitely go either way. Because right now, women are looking for a man to marry at our age.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be just pushing their feelings on you or whatever, like you're the perfect guy or whatever. Or they could be the type of woman that's like, I'm over niggas now, like I'm just focusing on myself, my career, trying to get my life together. I'm 30 now, I'm trying to get everything in order.
Trying to find their purpose.
Trying to find their purpose because they're over 30.
Yeah.
Something like me. I don't find my purpose.
Man, my purpose.
But I do feel like women would possibly push their feelings on you right now at our age.
And at our age, but even our age or younger or older, whatever the case may be, wherever you're at in your life, that you should be more cautious, especially at our age. You should definitely be more.
1,000%.
You should definitely be more cautious of how you project your feelings onto a man that you just met for 2 weeks. You should definitely be more cautious on when and where you decide to have sex and y'all's dating aspect and relationship or whatever like that. So all that stuff plays a part. But when I say personally for me, women that I have dated and still in the dating field, like there's been women where they projected too soon and it drew me back because I have nothing to chase. Because their pursuit of me is so strong, it's like I can just be sitting there and.
That's crazy.
But I'm just saying, but it's not all, but at the same time, it's like that because like the pursuit of me, I'm like, well, damn, I don't know, cause you're right here, and it's like I don't really get a chance to like really see you. I don't get to see who you are. I don't get to see what you're about because you're so focused on trying to tune in with me, but I need to tune in with you as well. And then if something happens where we do have sex within the first 2 weeks, then it's like, well, I done already got all your information. I got the kitty.
What else,
Well,
I guess because I don't, like my group of friends, like outside of, this group, my other group of friends, my girlfriends are nothing like that. Like, we let them, like the single ones will let guys pursue them like they're supposed to, I've never heard of like any of my friends like really pushing themselves onto a guy.
But that's fine, but they probably have.
I'm just saying that's why it's like, it's not like realistic for me, I guess. Or it's like it's so like different for me to hit
But I
something.
mean, your friends, they probably have more at stake. They probably have, a certain career going. They probably have things. They probably have things that they want to put in place, and they're just not like they want to date, but they want to take their time, and that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Given my lifestyle, like I got 2 kids. I'm really trying to like make sure they're good and deal with them, and even me, on the weekends I work Monday through Friday, try to find time to spend time with them, make sure that they know that their father's there, and still try to find time to date somebody. It's hard. You know what I mean? It's that the balance is hard, but I can make it work if the timing is right.
Right.
But,
Is this the round table for Bourbon the Boy Short?
Sure, man. But it's like, and I'm not saying all women are like that, but I'm saying for the vast majority prior to the summertime, it was kind of like that. I'm saying it was kind of like when I dated who was that? Mose?
Was it the light skinned girl?
Yes.
I didn't meet her.
Okay, so when we was dating each other, like I was the one that was like really into her, and but she just came out of her relationship, and everything was kind of like this was. But at the same time, like we had fun, we progressed, we talked, and just at the end of the day, things just didn't work out between us because her life was here and my life was there. So our meeting point at the same time couldn't really come together like it was supposed to. No love lost. If I see her today, like it's all good. But at the same time, like that was a fine mutual split because it just didn't work out. But had it been some like me just pursuing, and she was like, nah, I can't do it, and then then I'm left with the like, what the fuck, man? Like there's another one, and the same thing with her. If she pursued me too much, and I'm like, nah, this is not it. Then I would never want to be like, especially if she's telling me the whole, a man's never did this, a man's never did that, and you make me feel like this, and if we don't work out, and then it's like, that's another notch of, that heartbreak, that cold-heartedness that she's.
I don't think it's anything wrong with somebody else not doing it and you doing it. I do think it's an issue when a woman is like, I'm so in love with you, it's been 2 weeks, I want to give you my everything, or I want to marry you tomorrow.
But I think the issue comes in if it's a man has never opened a car door for me. Like, yo, who you be with? You know what I mean? If it's little things that
Your mama.
a standard, and then it's like, yo, so who are you dating? Where are you finding these guys that
well, maybe
have
you
never
guys
treated
are
you
the ones to
with
change
respect?
their standards then.
But see,
Maybe you're the first one to do it for them,
and this is
and
the
they'll.
problem. And this is the problem. So the standards that, so how I come in, or how I am, if you already as a woman, if your standards aren't already here for a man, like a man should be opening doors for me. A man should be, a gentleman. And that's doors opening, that's complimenting, that's flowers, candy, all that gentlemanly stuff that you're supposed to do. But how you court a woman, like accordingly, if you haven't had that in, let's say, 10 years of dating, regardless of relationship or not, and you're 35 right now, I'm not saying you, but if you're 35 and you're in the age of in your 30s, and you've never had that from a man, so I come in with the old school values, and I'm doing this and all that, like that's a problem. Not to say that it's her fault, but it's a problem because you've never experienced that. Now it's like she's either thrown off, it's a breath fresh of air, but she doesn't know how to take it. And for me, it's like, yo, this is Wednesday. Like, what's the problem? Like, how come you've never experienced this?
So, a woman has to have certain standards for a man, for you to be interested in her.
I feel like a woman at a certain age, I'm gonna say that at a certain age should already have like, this is the type of man that I need to be with. As far as treating me, and from a woman's perspective, treating me with respect, treating me how a woman should be treated, like I deserve to be, I'm the queen, I'm the princess or whatever. This is how I should be treated. Like, if I come in and start calling you, like telling you to shut the F up, and B, don't ever not answer my phone calls, if I'm just calling out your name like within the first 2 weeks, or like I snap on you, that should give you a clear like
Yeah.
what do you call it? A forecast of like what could be to come. Like this brother got some issues.
Right.
But don't try to stick around and maybe he'll change because it's me.
Right.
Or maybe I can use some things to, you know, so you step out of your realm of your own standards and try to make somebody else change. You can't make somebody come on your level. Y'all have to meet together. There's no way that you can try to make a grown man, you know, be on your level. A grown man.
That's definitely
You know what I mean? So that's always been my thing. It's like, listen, I don't know what you've been through, I don't know who you've been with or who you've not been with, but this is how I am. So I'm sorry that you haven't experienced this yet, but take your time with it. Don't.
true. Do you feel like you should probably change your surroundings then?
As far as?
To meet someone like that? Because if you're meeting like the same type of women and they all have the same issues, then I think
But
that
I don't know that. I don't know that until, you know, going forward. Like, I mean, if we talk, I don't know that like on the first date. Like, hey, you know, hey, I got daddy issues.
what I'm saying is, okay, like maybe like going to different places where there's nothing but career-driven women. You know what I mean? Instead of going to like malls all the time, maybe you should go to like an upscale place. You'll find. I'm just look.
Oh, real shit. No, seriously. Seriously.
Don't go to Mo's all the time. So that's-
No. I know what you're saying, but I know what you're saying, yo. Like,
The issue isn't like you going to malls all the time because you go to malls as much as you want, but then you got to mix it up too and go to places like you know where they can.
And honestly, like I've met women like Walmart, church. I mean, you meet women everywhere, but at the same time, you don't know that woman's life until you really like indulge and talk and conversate and or converse. Which word is it? Converse, whatever. So you can until you know really indulge and have conversations about what they've been through, and I would much rather have that conversation up front so I know, okay, I'm not supposed to joke with you about XYZ because you've been through that, but I will treat you this way because this is what you need now because you've had 5 years of bad. So let me give you, since we just meet, let me give you my first 90 days of good. And then after your 90 days, you catch up, you feel comfortable enough to want to get to my level as far as, you know, letting some of your guard down, just being at ease with me, being the way that I am with you, then we can check out the next 90 days. So the next 90 days.
I still think that you need to switch it up.
No,
So what's the switch it up place? What
that's
type
what
of
I'm saying.
place?
Like,
do you,
I mean, I don't know this stuff until like, you know what I
I
mean?
know, but I feel like Mo. I feel like again, there's nothing wrong with Mo's at all. But let me use a different place. I don't know.
you go out more than me, so I mean,
I don't know. Like, all right, let's just use.
I work. You know?
So I'm not just saying Mo's. Let's just say we're just going to use Mo's as an example.
Okay.
So you know that there's a certain type of person that goes in Mo's.
I do.
Exactly.
So that's it.
But I don't know
That's
no, but I never went there to like,
No, not at all. I'm not
Okay.
saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I go to malls as well, but you're bumping into the same type of women that you don't necessarily like at that one place, right? Because
are we speaking figuratively?
Yeah, figuratively. Mo's
Mo's
represents the place that the women that you are not trying to date.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Because
yeah.
like I'm about to say, and all jokes, and outside of the figurative speech of Mo's, like I've met women, like most of these women that I have met, I have some type of rapport with, but I don't know their life. So it's like once I really get to like indulge and like, hey, how have you been? It's mostly like a reminiscent, and it's like, my husband, like, this is all examples. It's like, my husband, he was locked up, or so I don't know what it's like to really have a man.
You know what, yo?
No, but
you know what? Honestly, this was gonna end up happening. All right. Yo, after you get to a certain point with somebody, you take their lifestyle, and you take your lifestyle, and you gonna have to merge it at some point in time. And the patterns, they might have speed bumps, and you might have one ways. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna have to. Eventually, it's gonna happen to where you want to take that negative. They're gonna take whatever you got negative, and then you want to find that flow of road though.
that's fine.
But the thing is,
he's turned up at the very beginning.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can go into different places and find different type of people that you might find the same things too.
Right.
But at the same time, you can end up finding the right person and then starting out the wrong way.
Okay, but sometimes that's what's been. So my whole thing is about balance. It has to be a mutual balance of here are my flaws, here are your flaws. I'll take that, put it in the pocket. You take mine, put some in your pocket. Some of them, they can be. It's an easy fix. You throw it in the trash because that's when I say throw it in the trash.
So what if she
it's
start
an
thinking?
easy fix.
Well, let me ask you this: what if she start thinking you taking score?
Taking school?
Yeah, because you saying a tip for tat.
No, I'm not saying tip for tat. I'm saying there has to be a balance. If we meet in first 2 weeks, like we start exposing each other's insecurities, fears like that in certain conversations, that is fine. Because it's mutual.
Right.
But when it's just, I don't like this, that, I don't like blue, green, pizza, boom, boom, boom. I went through this relationship. I still got fears of, verbal abuse. I got this going on. Like I was raped. I was this and that. So I'm like, God damn. Well,
I cannot believe that happens every time you meet
I'm not.
someone.
And I won't say every time, but mainly at some point in time, it's never exceeded the 90-day mark. And it's all.
Crazy to me. That is
It's,
honestly, that's
and I'm
crazy.
not saying, and I'm not you, huh? It could be me, but I'm saying, and I'm saying it could be me because at the end of the day,
I know
like,
you're a good dude though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I be,
but
sometimes I be
saying
thinking,
the
yo.
same thing.
But at the end of the day, I don't mind us talking about it, but like some things, like I'll have discretion about, and I know that we don't need to be talking about this in our third day.
Sometimes I be sitting in front of a customer, yo, and I be looking at their career. I'm like, yo, this is probably a great dude to hook up with my man. But then I be thinking like,
He's so picky.
and that's what I be thinking like, yo, I don't know.
I'm not.
She might say something that might. I be like, yo, Kyle going bomb on my ass. Yo, I never forget this broad. You cut off, bro. You cut off. I'm like, there you go.
No, it's not a picky thing, but it's just like I really feel like, yo, on 3 dates. The first date is the initial conversations of what do you like. It's the marshmallow honeymoon conversation. Like, yo, you like black, I like red. You like pizza, I like steak.
But what if the conversation don't go that way though?
But what I'm saying is, I'm 1987. We get that. But what I'm saying is,
You living the life of Sean Connery. Reasonable doubt, nigga. He made a reasonable doubt right there.
All that stuff you want to find out.
We in 444 right now,
on the
bro.
social media page.
Before you even meet him.
see, and that's my fault. And that's
All
another-
that shit you trying to find out, everybody she knows. Because it's on social media.
but that's another thing, because it's like, yo, on social media, like, you done already exposed yourself so much. It's like, yo,
I don't need
the
to talk to
conversation's gonna be lacked because I've already seen that you've posted about, niggas ain't shit or.
Okay, then give us somebody who doesn't have
No.
social media.
I'm saying in general. This is in general. I'm not saying from my standpoint, but I'm just
And
saying.
normally it's like the career-driven women who
That's
doesn't
too busy.
have time.
Too busy to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm
And I feel like that's your woman. Like you need someone who doesn't even have time to call you all day long, tell you their life stories. She doesn't have time to talk to you unless y'all go to dinner one night out of the week. You know what I mean? Like that's what you need. I feel like you don't want the clingy woman. That's not you. I'm telling you.
nobody wants.
But you just say you didn't mind it.
Nobody at a certain point. Like if we are already established as a relationship,
You
and
want them to be clingy.
I'm not saying like where you at all point, like don't be blowing my shit up, like. But it's like, yo, when I come home, it's like, yo, I haven't seen you, and I'm like the same way, babe. I haven't seen you all day. All I want to do is just lay up, Netflix, and carry out and take out and get some ass before I go to sleep and get ready for work tomorrow. Like
That's it.
who wouldn't? Like who wouldn't? Like you know what I mean? Like, I miss you all day.
That's everybody, yo.
The commencement of me missing you all day is Netflix, some Chinese food, and some
burger
ass,
chicken.
and I'm going to sleep. In that order. Like, I mean, if the food gets here before Netflix, fine, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, wake up and do it again.
yeah, and get some ass before I go to work. You know what I mean? Unless you're on your period, but hey, what that mouth do? But yes, get your son out of here.
Hey yo.
You gonna learn one day.
Are you still celibate? No.
Bro, talk about this, man. Talk about this.
Oh, me being celibate, I was.
How long we celibate?
I was celibate for like 9 to 10 months.
Damn, that's a long
It
time.
was, yo.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember that. Yeah, I was celibate for like 9 to 10 months. I mean, it was.
Need receipts, yo.
It was challenging. Nah, nigga, I returned all my items. Nah, it was a tough 9-10 months, but at the end of the day, like you really like it is crazy like how women like will flip the roll on you like a dude. They be like,
Right.
yo, like, but you ain't trying to fuck tonight.
What you mean?
I be like, no. I be like,
It's
no.
so real though, yo.
Or I get the text message like, yo, like I feel like you're not sexually attracted to me. I'm like, let me tell you something. And I had to like really have a face to face, like, listen, let me tell you something. When you come to my crib or when we link up, I'm gonna tell you this, like there's been times where I had to like literally like remember the time I had to go like upstairs and get you some water? Like I had to like douse myself in the face and like snap back into it because you almost caught a charge like 3 or 4 times. You know what I'm saying? But it's like women aren't used to that. Like women aren't used to the dudes being like, nah, I'm chill. Like and if a woman is used to a certain type of attention via in person or social media, then they caught off guard. They're like, so like, is it me? Is it like, what's wrong with this dude? It's like, nah, like you need to value your vagina more than I do. Like I can't put a price tag on that. Like if you willing to give it up, that's on you. But then if I smash and it ain't been that long and that's all you really wanted, then fine. But don't get mad at me because I much rather like see where this goes. Especially if I really like am into you, and I would much rather like hold off on the sex and like really see what's up. And then if it don't work out, then I'm cool. Then I know that.
I mean, I think, to be honest with you, it was like that. Like, me and Tim, we had sex for a while before we got together.
That's a while.
It was like it was a couple
Suck my
months.
teeth first.
No, it was 1 month.
Oh,
That's cool.
it's a month.
30
I mean, it's a
days,
month. I mean,
30 days.
shit.
I remember.
Could've been 2 weeks.
Shit, 'cause I got title for free for 6 months, so I mean that's
Hey, yo. But I mean, that's initially that's what it wasn't about that off the jump. You feel me? So I mean,
That's good.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at that point, you definitely want to be interested in that person, most
Right,
definitely.
that's the thing.
But at the same time, like how shit is nowadays, it's like you said, everybody puts everything out to the point where it leaves nothing for you to.
social media is
To the
like
imagination.
it's really just
Yo,
social
I'm
media
literally
shit.
just getting that. I'm literally just getting social media like a month, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So it would kill me when I used to see her always on the phone. I'm like, yo, I don't.
You don't understand why you always on
Like,
phone.
why are you so into everybody else's shit? You know what I mean? Like, but but I don't talk to you.
Right.
And then once I got on, I'm like, damn, there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of different stuff. But then you get to expand out to see what other things people are doing. So it can spark interest of stuff that she might have been into that now I'm starting to get into. That now it builds something in a relationship too.
Sure.
So now it's like, she can be laughing at something and now I can just go pull it up. Because while she laughing, I'm just like, I'm dry as shit. Like, you feel me? Like, what you laughing at? Because that's what it was. And then once I got it, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But you looking at it from a different perspective in the sense that social media in a relationship versus social media on the dating side. Is this gonna
And they married, and that's what I'm saying. And they married, so it's like for them, they can constantly like evolve and change.
Is this gonna go on the podcast?
Oh my god!
Social media.
We are at 2312.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right now.
Is where
4th of July weekend. You know what I'm saying? We got the mango, we got the Henny.
We got
There it
black
is.
right here.
All right, man. Don't forget to be inspired by. All right.
That's how we forget.
Yeah, that's why you do it.
But see, now you understand like the social. Well, for me at least, 80% of my business comes from social media.
Almost definitely.
So it's important for me to be on there and to post as much as often or whatever I need to do. But I also find a lot of inspiration and a lot in like other interior designers or just not even interior designers, just like people who are making moves, are very successful and not just like the Instagram successful, not like you just fronting and posting or whatever. I'm talking about like really successful people. So that's why it's important, and I have to say this all the time, it's important for people to have social media, especially if you have a business, because social media is like websites now. It's
That's
free.
how it validates you. Are you serious about your business?
Right.
Yeah.
It's free. Like you can put your merchandise on there. You can just market for free. Like it's very, very, very important. And You just have to, know how to do it properly. You know what I mean? So yes, it's very important. That's what I've been telling you like for forever. It's not just about me being on there, and I love to like catch up with my old friends, see what they're doing or whatever, and that's how I get in touch with people that I haven't seen in years.
Rico.
Right, but also
You good, bro?
you can lose
You not
yourself
angry?
in social media
No,
too.
you can.
You
You
can.
for sure can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, like I said, while you are, getting your business together, like I said, I understand because me coming from where I'm coming from, like I had to build my own business too. I had to build my name, period, and where I'm at. But it's like the time. You run into so many people, you get lost in running into people that you forget there was a person there before all these people. And that's where you try to find.
That's the thing. It's never forgotten.
I'm not saying never forgotten, but it can be times where you can get so wrapped in your work that you forget to ask somebody anything, and then you go to bed. Easy. But it's finding that person. It's finding that person where they might want to hear everything, during the course of that day. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, we like you said, you might have to go somewhere different that you ain't never been. You might have to travel somewhere that you ain't never been before.
That
So
may be the
can we
problem.
set you up for speed dating? Sure. Please.
We actually.
We released it Wednesday.
wait.
We released it Wednesday. Yeah.
Wait, I'm a sneak peek it, but
Yeah.
What?
on
I'm good. Thank you.
pretty much I would say within the next month we're actually setting up a speed date, like our own speed date.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
But Sangria does it now.
No, I didn't know that. Sangria, my spot. Thursdays.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
That's another place you can go, Sangria.
I never been, bro. Have you been?
Yeah, it's nice,
What's up
yo.
on Thursdays, right?
Hip hop karaoke, yo. It's nice, yo.
Don't say that.
So we'll go Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where you need to go. Yes. Well, where do you normally go?
Snickerdoodle go.
To work
No, like.
Amen, brother. Amen.
and home, like
With
honestly,
that
like,
money.
First of all, you don't. It's not just the work for you. I have to like.
What else do I go other than work?
house parties.
We go to
It's
Sagamore.
If you get
No, I'm just saying
shit
me
like this.
personally.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's not for her, to be for real, because I work so much. If it really wasn't for her outlook and like going to other places, I probably wouldn't go nowhere because I work so much.
But it's
So,
important.
I know it's important, but what I'm saying is,
Not
this is
just
what
for
I'm
a
saying.
relationship. I'm just saying important for a person, period, to expand,
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. I mean, and it is. And the
So
more
that's
people
what
I run
I'm
into,
trying to
the more people I run. I mean, people ask me out all the time because they know I'm always working. Like I get a lot of, people be like, "Yo, won't y'all come out? Won't you come out with me and my friends and go?" And that it's a great thing because you get to run into more people that I could turn around and meet somebody that might link up with her to do something.
Yeah, that need the
and
business, yeah.
that's probably could what happened to him. He could end up running into somebody being somewhere he's not supposed to or somebody he's not used to, and end up opening another lane for him to find other people.
I want him to find somebody who inspires him.
I do too.
That's deep.
No,
That's
seriously,
deep. No, that's
because
real.
it's
That's deep.
like I know that he wants to do things, but sometimes you just need that extra push, like from your loved one, somebody who loves you, who wants to see you succeed.
And I think for men, that it's that woman sometimes that's that missing piece that pushes you to do.
We're not gonna have some married couples on your
And I
page,
think
man.
We
doing it right now.
Right. We got
But we
got it right
we got
now.
a live
episode,
episode coming up
man.
called "Married Dating While Married." So we gotta.
You got a couple that's been married for 10 years.
7.
Close to
Wow.
Yeah, they've been together.
Number of
11?
completion.
Yeah, no, 12.
12.
So what you put it in here?
woo, 12 years.
Let me grab you the charger, bro. I got a charger.
Do you feel like?
Yeah, then my brother's a newlywed, so I want to get them on there.
Do you feel like your relationship is
my charger.
stronger now? So let me word it differently. Do you feel like when in your relationship did you feel like this is definitely gonna go all the way? Like y'all would never gonna be together. Y'all gonna be together forever.
Probably like after the 5th year.
So it's not just me.
After
I
the
honestly
5th year.
thought I was crazy.
But honestly, me, because I don't know if y'all
I am a little crazy, just a little bit. But
Yeah, what you mean
I
by
don't know if y'all know, but I used to do casting calls for my cousin out in LA. So I had to separate that. It was hard for me to separate that when we got married. Because I'm out there doing casting calls in LA and in Georgia. And then I'm coming home and my stuff's all on the ground because she's trying to kick me out. So I'm not acting right. You know?
Damn.
so how long were you doing that?
I did that since like 2000 to probably like 2009. You know, doing casting calls. Yeah. So I would just come home one day from work and be like, oh, I'm going to Cali tomorrow. You know, for a casting call. And it was situations like that. But like, she stuck with it, and like after the 5th year, I kind of got myself together, got the job, you know, with Comcast, and you know, after that, you just find out how to pick your battles.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about, picking your battles. Because in the beginning, we argue over dumb shit, and it expands, and next thing you know, you just fighting and trying to leave each
That
other.
is so true.
You know,
that is so
but-
true, and that's what I keep saying.
Right. But like now, it's like most of the stuff that she wants or that she says, I'm just like, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna leave that alone because that's just one of them. You know what I mean? And that's
Is it
how-
because she's right, or is it because like it's not even worth the battle?
it's not worth it?
Yeah.
Sometimes she could be wrong, but you can't really tell her that. You can't tell a woman that. I can't anyway.
Can't tell her what.
You know that she's wrong. Some women you can. I'm not trying to.
Why can't you?
I ain't trying to say nothing. You know what I mean?
Why can't you tell her she's wrong?
When you're married,
Why can't you tell her she's wrong?
I did.
because if you, I found if you tell her that she's wrong and you try to talk it out and you try to explain to her the way that she feels, she's going off of emotion. You going off of
Logic.
logic.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Emotion is always going to conquer logic, and at some point you just gotta throw your hands up.
That's not
Like, you know what? It's not fair.
That's why.
But
But
That's
all right,
exactly-
here's
that's
something
exactly
I learned in counseling. Would you rather be right or in a relationship? And that was the thing, like, damn.
Would you rather be right or in a relationship?
Yeah, that was what the counselor said. He was like, oh,
Right.
yeah, right.
Give my point of
That's why niggas single, right?
But that's the thing.
But that's the thing, like, would you rather be?
That's the thing.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna say what I want to say. I mean, regardless, if she get mad or not, I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna say it anyway. If it's wrong, then it's wrong. But I'm gonna say what I feel. I'm not gonna sit there and not say what I feel.
No, I will say lately, I would say like the past year, you've been more of the kind of like, okay, baby, it's whatever. And we don't argue ever anymore because I feel like you just kind of gave up as well. We're just like, yo, whatever.
But look what I'm dealing with. I mean, look what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with a female who really knows. Like really knows who she is. Like she knows she already knows she's a very boisterous person. She's a very strong-minded person. So at the end of the day, regardless if I'm right, she gonna try to make me feel like I'm wrong, regardless.
I'm also a stubborn Taurus.
Again, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna say what I want to say, even though you are wrong, but you are right.
Right. It's like, I'm gonna take one for the team.
I'm gonna say it.
that's what my wife.
See, I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra,
Okay,
so
so you
I'm
balance.
always, I'm weighing out.
Yeah.
I'm picking my battles. I'm a Libra.
Her birthday is April
You know what I
25th.
mean?
Yeah. She's cool.
All right, question for y'all then. Like the head of the household, is it the belief that the man is the head of the household? I just from that, or is it the belief that it's equal, like the final decision? Like,
I think the.
I'm not saying what it should. No, like,
That's a good question, bro. That's a good question.
All right, so I think it's different.
or how is it
situations.
work? How does it work for you?
All right, so
There's no
my
right or wrong.
situation is, I bring in the income. She homeschools a kid. She's
wow.
stay at home mom. Right?
That's
So
expensive, though,
She
right.
don't bring
Yeah,
in no income. So I feel yes, I am the head of the household.
Right.
And some things that I say I feel should go
Gotta get
along
this
with.
too, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where we fall out sometimes. And sometimes I just throw my hands up like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Whatever. Inspired by.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it should. I feel like it should be. I feel like it should be equal.
Right.
You should, you know, if you have your feelings, she has her feelings, y'all should sit down and y'all should be able to talk about it. The problem comes into play with
Who gets the final decision?
Me personally,
All right, yeah.
me personally, the problem comes into play when she's reacting off of emotion. That's where our problem comes
Right.
in. You know what I mean? And that's something that you gotta work with. You know what I mean? But I think I get the final say so at the end of the day. You know,
Right.
even if she's
And then the
pissed.
other Chanel didn't want to be a best friend.
Situations are
He
different.
got thrown up.
Right. So you said it's like depending on the situation. If it's what cereal we gonna buy, you don't need the final decision. But if it's we need to move to a bigger house or something,
Right,
you need a new car type of thing.
The
Yeah.
financial decision. Right.
Right.
No, I was gonna say,
I'm a best friend, right?
I think it's equal in our house. I think that it's like big decisions, like he said, like cereals and the financial decisions. But I do sometimes wish that he would be more of the final say. I will say.
Okay.
But again, like I'm a doer. I take over a lot. That's just how I am. I think that sometimes it kind of falls on me, and I would like it to fall on me.
But that's my thing. Like, I do the same thing you do. You know, I'm an income, and she has her own business. So a lot of times, like I said, I'm so wrapped up in just making sure stuff is trying to take care of home that she runs the house. So I get at my daughter, she take care of everything. I take care of the money and all that stuff. It's almost like, you know what? I'm so spent. And it's like, look, babe. If you're gonna make the best decision anyway, and I trust you to make that decision, regardless if you want me to make it or not. If I'm gonna make it, then I already know. Once I say something, it's always gonna be like, all right. Why?
No, because I always want a legitimate reason. I always do. That's just me.
We got kids today.
Right.
All right, we out. Let's take her to the movies. She want to go to see movies. Why do you want to go to the movies? It's nice outside. We've been in the house all day.
Right.
No different.
Just want to get out the house.
Just want to get out the house. We still out the house, but it's like, you know what? All right, fine. We don't have to go to the movies.
But I gave you a legitimate reason as to why I did not.
Because you didn't want to be inside, right?
I didn't want to be in a dark setting when it's nice outside. We feel outside. We can take them. No, but
what you see is getting decent, but it's not going back and forth. It's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean?
See how I gave you that legitimate reason? You don't do that. You just like, because I said so. But no, tell me why, then I'll understand.
But why did I say so? But that's what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to explain myself all the time.
Is it my decision
You
or not?
get with it and get lost.
But I would want to know why you made that decision, and then I'll understand why this decision was made. That's just like how I would want it to be, instead of saying because I said so. No, tell me why you're saying.
I was waiting because I'm about to say that. I was like, now y'all get all these things.
Like I said, it's a tit for tat.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as a decision maker, you know what I mean? It's like you're the leader, but as a leader, you can always step aside too.
Right.
Or, you know what? You take the reins.
It's like
Let's see how this is going to go. And I'll step in when trouble happens.
Right. That's
You know
right.
what I mean? So,
You to fix it.
right. Sometimes you gotta be that.
It just takes time.
Ronnie is definitely the fixer. Definitely.
But that's not a bad thing. That's,
No, it's a
might now.
It's a really good thing.
but it doesn't need to
Yeah,
be
get rid of that.
consistently. I'm gonna say that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I am the fixer. Like if it's a situation, I gotta figure it out. No bull. I gotta get it.
Isn't that the role of the man though?
I get that part, but I'm
At least
saying
growing up.
I feel like
see
it's
my
the role
father.
of the man. I hate saying that though, but we do really have roles. Like
What's wrong with that?
No, it's nothing wrong with it, nothing at all. But like I think it kind of sounds bad because this is 2017. It's a new day, and when you say the wife has this role and the guy has this role, it sounds like it's from the Stone Age.
Yeah.
It does.
So, but in my house, do I touch the trash? I don't even know last time I took the trash out of the trash can.
Right.
You shouldn't
But-
have touched that.
But I do my things too. I clean the bathrooms. I cook for the most part. Yeah, I cook all the time for the most part. But that's just how it is.
But it works for y'all. It works for y'all though, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how the house was for me growing up. My father took out the trash.
Yeah.
My father made major financial decisions. When it was time to get a new car, if somebody's getting a new car, my father made that decision. But the house was my stepmom.
Yeah.
What color the walls gonna be is gonna be her.
Yeah.
If she want a new deck, well, Pop got build a deck. If she want the open concept, we knocking out walls.
Yeah.
That's her domain.
I know.
My father made other financial decisions. It worked, but some people, everything's different. But whatever, it's outside looking at whatever gets you to remain married or in your relationship. Is the
Do
right
whatever
decision.
it takes. You know, that's what it really is. I mean, you never want to feel like you sacrifice to the point where you just lost. You feel like you losing yourself.
I think we both sacrifice a lot.
Oh, we do. But after all the sacrifice, we still married. Like we still here. We still.
Well, that's the point I was getting to when I asked him how long into the marriage did he feel like, okay, this is gonna definitely last forever. I told you like I'm just now starting to feel this way maybe 8 months ago. And it sounds bad, but I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing because I'm not the traditional wife. I'm not the traditional woman. You know what I mean?
And I wasn't looking for that.
But I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad when I say it, but it's the God's honest truth. I mean,
First 5 years of our marriage was rough.
yes, it was definitely rough.
I'm talking about suits and clothes out on the ground.
That was from your traveling.
Her going to the divorce lawyer, all that. It was. And if you look at us now, you would.
But you know what's interesting? A lot of the people that I've been talking to that have like the seemingly best perfect marriages have that same story of divorce lawyers. Have that story of trying to figure it out around year 5, and somewhere that major hurdle they went over it, and now you think it was smooth sailing for them unless they tell you their story, their testimony.
Chanel said she want to shake her ass. She said she don't want to keep hearing this boo loving over.
No.
She said she want to shake it on Kyle.
Those first few years were tough.
And especially me coming out of, my mother. Well, you all know that she's married to my stepfather, Brian. But she raised me herself. I was raised up. My mother was single. You know what I mean? My father was never there. So when I got married,
you just like, I don't have to be here.
Hey, I'm going to get married, and tomorrow I'm going to Atlanta. You know what I mean? It was like that. So it was, I had to get myself together.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, y'all said y'all sacrificed a lot. What are some of the things that you sacrificed?
I'm gonna be honest. My mother had me when she was 15. Like my mother and father been together since the 5th grade. No boy. My mother just turned 51. My father just turned 53. So it's like it couldn't get no. Like I think about that story and like how much stuff like I went through, and I'm like it can't be no grander way of sacrificing what they had to sacrifice. My mother's parents, they was all in church.
Right.
My grandfather was a deacon. My grandmother was the first lady, and my father used to just rob houses.
Dang.
Like, how do you merge those two to where it's crazy? Because then I think about like how long they've been together, and then I'm thinking like anytime we get in an argument, I'm like, we in an argument, all right, I'm leaving, and I'm like, I gotta go back. Like, if they got over everything that they did, like, I can't. Like, am I just gonna give it up like that? I can't imagine how much they sacrificed me as a kid. Like,
they were kids.
Kids having kids, you know what I mean? Like, and then I look at her, I'm like, yo, I'm not willing to give up her for anything. Like, I will never give her up for anything. I don't fuck how much I gotta sacrifice. I just can't give up her for anything. Like,
There you go. Become Eric Benet.
Whenever someone says sacrifice, I always think about the time Rodney. What?
Hold on, before you say what you about to say, go ahead.
I think when you say sacrifice, I always think about the time when the economy shifted really bad. When people was getting fired left, right, losing their jobs, and someone stole the right side of my Impala's tires, the entire thing, and left it on cinder block.
Damn.
Yes.
Both ways.
So, mind you, this was like years, a very long time ago. We ain't had like as much money as we had right now, whatever. We a little bit more comfortable now. But we ain't had no money to go out and buy some tires the next day or nothing like that. So this man went out and stole 2 tires from another Impala. 2 different Impalas.
Let me pause this.
Two different. You have to pause this. 2 different Impalas though. One, it was a guy down the street. Another one was like in the rain, like a long way away, whatever. But that's the type of stuff that real. And that's just a little bit of like what this man does. So when I think of sacrifice, I mean this man will go like to some great lengths to just satisfy me and make sure I'm good. Yeah. So yeah, he stole 2 tires from 2 different Impalas. Let's get my shit straight. I was hurt too. Still hurt.
But I mean, you never know. Like I said, when it comes down to like relationships, you get to that point where you start feeling like, all right, you know what that person is worth. Like, you know what that person is worth to you. Right. You might not know that in the beginning. It could be somebody you can just randomly meet in the club. And once you start talking to them, you'll never know 5-10 years from now that person in the club was worth. You waited 30-some years to meet that one person. I was just telling her about it. I waited 34 years in order to meet her.
You met me way before 30.
Tiffany, from the time I was born all the way up to now, like it took that long to really for me to be like, look, this is who God put me with. Like this who the one I was supposed to find. It's some people who not even nowhere close to that.
That's real.
That's Kyle. That's Kyle. That's my man Kyle. But we need him to get there.
Right.
We need him to get there.
Go hook that man up,
You're
yo.
open-minded. It's not so.
But you know, I think about like I said, he a good dude. Like I said, I know both y'all good dudes. You feel me? But it's like, how much more longer do y'all have to wait
Sure.
to
Are you
find?
single too?
I'm single, yeah.
To find like y'all some good dudes. Y'all do a lot. Y'all do a lot for the community. Y'all do a lot of promotion for a lot of different things. Y'all talk to a lot of females. I'm like, y'all ain't snagged yet.
Right.
But at the same time, I see Kyle and I'm like it kind of messes with the group when we all doing stuff together and we got somebody, and we think about something that like damn, we wish we did. Kyle had somebody.
Like the cruise.
Yeah, like the cruise, like a couple things that we do, but it's like, yo, he's such a good dude. How come he can't find the female that works for him?
But I think even on that, sometimes speaking for myself, I gotta make sure I'm in the right place. Because with my ex, when you talk about wait 30 years, I was like, damn, I waited 30 years. We went to high school together, never knew her. And then met her, I was like, damn, I wasn't ready though. When Jay talked about I wasn't ready, I was like, I wasn't ready. And it's all making sense now. So I know for me, it was like, all right, I needed that relationship to get me ready.
But to be honest with you, I wasn't ready neither. I was in the music heavy. I was doing a lot of different things.
Sure.
Me meeting her wasn't supposed. I was at the wrong place at the right time. That's the perfect way I can put it. I was at the wrong place at the right time. And that's what ended up happening. But it might have to take that for y'all to meet y'all. Y'all need to be at the wrong place at the right time. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I think, like I said, y'all, nobody wants to wait a whole lifetime to find somebody.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You want to be able to grow with that person. You have time.
And share the experiences, like you said, going to cruise with somebody.
They could just took like a random person, I guess.
So people catch feelings when you take them on a cruise, or sometimes they don't know how to negotiate that. Yo, we going as friends, we going to hang out.
And then that cruise, they be like, "Look, so we get married." God, like, no, like.
Again, that's so crazy to me. Like, my friends are not like that. Like, if I just met somebody a couple weeks ago and they're like, let's go on I want to go on a cruise with anybody that's met 2 weeks ago. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if I went on a cruise with somebody who we're just platonic friends or whatever, I would not expect to, like, get married, like, the next week.
But we at, like you were saying earlier, we at that age, so people biological clocks is ticking. Kyle and I, we both have 2 kids, so I'm not rushing to have any more children. I know my wife may want kids if she doesn't have any, but a lot of people are looking like, all right, I need a husband, I need kids, and I'm 31.
That's very true.
Sponsored by